Will you salsa into this menu update?
Princess Bear here today. We're at CityWalk at Universal Orlando. Yes, we're still in Florida because it's time to return to
Antojitos.
Yes, to place the Mexican man on the weather vane because the menu has changed. As your number one choice of food infotainment, we're here to investigate these things so you don't have to. Because remember, she's vegan. I'm not. You think this building is this colorful for pride?
It's time to foodie and chill. Not every dish, but every meal here at Antojitos comes with chips and salsa. So we got chips and salsa, and guac is coming. I feel like the salsa is a little bit on the tomatoey side, but not bad. I would say it's like a 3 out of 10 on the heat scale, and a good generic salsa for all palates. I would give it a 3 out of 5 salsas.
I'm going to find a small chip because I don't like the big chips. And we should all remember that we are all different.
Yes.
We have different food preferences and different preferences for everything. Princess will get a big chip and I will get a small chip. We're all different. It's a little less spicy than normal, but it's still really good. Nice cold salsa.
Just as I judge every ramen and udon bowl by its broth, every Mexican restaurant is judged by the contents of its salsa. Judged by its inside, just like it should be. If the salsa is bad, you're probably in for a bad time. The salsa is good. Got a slight heat to it, like a 3 out of 10, like 2.5, but flavorful. A little more liquidy than I like, but that's a preference thing. It is excellent house salsa, and you could do a lot worse. At least it doesn't taste like they grabbed it out of some random jar in the back and poured it into a container. Because that will be upsetting. I'll give that 3.75 out of 5 balls.
So here we have el guacamole. This is a made tableside, not cooked, but created tableside with beautiful chip that we have with the salsa. Cheers. It's a little bit on the salty side for me, but I would give it like a 3 out of 5 guacs.
Can you hear me? I'm kidding, you're not listening to the audio anyway. It keeps breaking. The perils of a small chip. I heard this was kind of salty, so I'm excited for that. Oh yeah. That's the stuff. Perfectly salty. Not too creamy. I don't want to share that. But I won't fight anyone over it today. We're all about peace here.
Just like if we were in a sushi restaurant, the one thing that we cannot help ourselves from doing is ordering tableside guac. It's almost like a commandment. Thou shalt not come to a Mexican restaurant and not order the tableside guac. It's just something that you must do. Whether it be good or it be bad, it has to be done. If we're going to pay for overpriced avocados, I would rather do it in public with friends. At least that way, the shame is shared. Almost perfection. Lime, I love that you're able to tweak the tableside guac to your preference. You can do spicier, more mild. If you want it covered from head to toe in cilantro, you can do that. We asked for light cilantro this time because last time it was a little cilantro heavy. I think we struck a nice balance. I feel like the tableside guac is shrinking a little bit. Otherwise, very tasty. 4.25 out of 5 balls.
This is the long-standing, thanks to Universal Orlando Vegans for telling me that, long-standing enchilada that has been here. I'm going to take a good amount of greens and a small amount of mushroom because I'm not a mushroom person. Okay, so I got like no innards there. Let me just get a little... okay, a baby amount of mushroom. Okay. I'm going to do the thing. And... oh gosh, okay, and it's all coming off the fork now. Okay. All of that work for some mushroom and some sweet potato. I hope it's worth it. I think it's because I didn't get an earthy mushroom and I got like a sweet potato that this enchilada turned out to be really sweet for me. I love the crunch of the lettuce, and I appreciate the sauce. So it's giving me like marinara vibes because it's so sweet. And I don't think it's the sweet potato alone that made it that sweet, but I think it enhanced the sweetness. So I would say this is one of the sweeter enchiladas that I have had, period. And I would give it a 3.25 out of 5 enchiladas.
I preloaded my fork, and there is no cheese inside of this enchilada. I thought enchiladas had cheese in them, but I'm a white girl, so what do I know? There's a lot of mushroom that I see. That's really kind of all I saw. Oh no, wait, there's sweet potato. I'm probably gonna mess up my preload. Oh, sweet potato, don't escape. Okay. That, I agree with Princess, it's very sweet. I don't taste jalapeno, which is listed on the menu. And I don't see carrots. And I don't, okay, I see one bell pepper. I don't know. Every time I've gotten these, they've been pretty disappointing. Also considering there's no cheese inside of it. Like the only cheese on here is like this little patch on top that looks like lettuce, but it's not lettuce, it's cheese. I don't know. I don't know why this item prevails, honestly, because it's disappointing every time. And also, Princess, I don't know if you'd agree, but the tortilla is kind of like not soft. She's not paying attention to me. I don't think it's as soft as it, I don't know, like the texture is weird to me, and I don't know if that's just me. I don't know. I kind of wish there was rice in this too, or maybe some black beans. I feel like it looks like a lot of food, but there's not a lot of ingredients happening inside of it. It's all right. I have higher hopes for the new option.
So we got the vegan enchiladas, and here's the thing. I think in this country of America, while the Gulf of Mexico still exists, and yes, it's the Gulf of Mexico, that Spanish is the number 2 most important language you can speak in this country. The first being sarcasm. So even though I failed Spanish in high school, I didn't fail, I just didn't do well. When you say enchilada to me, I expect it to be a lot of stuff. It's the point I'm getting at. And this is not confidence inspiring. Now we have a lot of members of our community who were raised on authentic Mexican food, as is the name of this restaurant. I'm gonna need you to weigh in with your own rating, just based on how this looks, in the comments below. The cheese on top, the lettuce, the filling of something. It looks like somebody need to make a run to the store. I haven't even been into it yet. The tortilla itself is lacking, like majorly lacking. This tortilla was my friend, I would send him back home. The tortilla is given like a tortilla that was heated and then reheated, like you microwaved it the next day, so it's like a little, the texture's odd and it's basically falling apart. Like even with like me forking it, it's just like not a great tortilla. The filling is like undercooked mushrooms, so like they're still kind of like crunchy, and I think there's sweet potato in here, and then like lettuce. It just doesn't feel like a cohesive dish. It feels like something you threw together and then forgot about and then reheated. We've had good meals at Antojitos. This one is not a vibe. 1.75 out of 5 points. We don't send food back. This one, I'd be tempted. Sorely tempted.
The newest option at Antojitos, a chunk steak hard taco that is giving me mad Alberto's Tacos vibes. And if you are from California, you know how amazing Alberto's Tacos is. So if it is anything like that, I'm gonna be obsessed with this. I feel sus, but it is chunk, so maybe I'm gonna take this middle taco here. It's got, wow, lots of chunk. Now I feel like everywhere we've gone to at CityWalk, they've been served chunk different. We've gotten cubed, we've gotten whole, now we have shredded. The new corn salsa is in here too. I put my fingers all up in this, I don't care. Now, I'm feeling this taco, it has not held up the way an Alberto's taco would hold up. It should be a little more crunchy, so they didn't fry this long enough. That's my first note. But let me try it, because my Southern Californian heart is judging this real hard right now. That is juicy. Very juicy. Alberto's would be proud. Olamendi's would be proud. This is an amazing dish. I love it. Super flavorful. The crema is nice. The liquid in the chunk just really makes it just so juicy. I love it. The pickled onions are amazing. The crema is amazing. I would give it a 4.75 out of 5 tacos. I just think it needs like a vegan sour cream, and then it would be fire.
I guess they preloaded this for me. Also, it's nice to know they have pickled onions in CityWalk to some. All right, I'm gonna go for this end because the ingredients are closer. All right. That is quite delicious. I agree with Princess, needs more sauce. Whether it's a sour cream or more of the, I don't remember what the sauce is called. I didn't look at the description. Again, whatever the green sauce is called, I think.
Avocado crema?
Yeah, avocado crema. Something like that. That's delicious. That might be one of the best chunk dishes in CityWalk. Perhaps, yeah. I think it might be. It just needs to be a little more wet. And the tortilla is falling apart a little bit, but I'm not going to give them too much grief about that because it tastes really good.
The invasion of chunk steak into Universal Orlando Resorts has been a thing to watch. It's popping up at most third-party places here on property. I think what we're waiting on now is for NBC Grill to get it, and for maybe Pat O's to get it, maybe for Vivo to get it. But it popping up in a taco, something that shreds so well as a chunk steak, is interesting. You have this avocado crema, enough pickled onions to make a pink toupee. Let's see how it tastes. Honestly, I don't think in any instance I've even had Impossible take that well to seasonings. It tastes like a juicy beef. You can tell that it's not beef, but it is so similar in flavor and texture that honestly I think most people wouldn't notice. It is meat like most alt meats that try to imitate like beef or steak. What it's missing is like that fatty sort of flavor on the back end, that like almost like fatty, greasy flavor. Like you don't have that in plant-based meat, and that's going to be something that's going to be hard to replicate almost ever. But you never know. But the flavor is immaculate. That was meant for tacos. Honestly, that should be an option on every other basically dish that they have. I've said before that, not in any sort of disrespectful way, but most Mexican food made in America anyway, is different forms of taco. You can put this in a quesadilla. You can put this in a fajita. I really don't see any reason why you couldn't. It's tasty, and I think it deserves a spotlight for now. I'll give it 4.75 out of 5 plus.
I'm pretty sure this corn salsa was in my tacos, but this is a new side that Shelby told us about, so cheers to a corn salsa. On the fork, it's giving like sauerkraut, and in the mouth, it's giving like a slaw without mayo. I don't think I would eat this by itself, but I would enjoy it in food. I would give it a 3 out of 5 salsas.
I think I've said this before, and I feel like the exact same people were sitting at the table with me at NBC when I said how unacceptable dry slaw is. I know y'all have Vegetarianas. You can't tell me that you don't, because I've seen it. There's a avocado crema or whatever that is on there. Y'all can't put that in with the cabbage is the word I'm looking for. I mean, what is that flavor? I don't want to watch this video later and look at my own face. I don't know what face I'm making. It's not good. I love sauerkraut. I love pickles. I wish I was a pickle. This tastes pickled, but it doesn't taste like a pickle. It does taste, it's not giving sauerkraut to me, but if sauerkraut was bitter, and I cannot put my finger on what this other flavor is. It's almost like lemon lime, but like heavy on both, plus sauerkraut. I don't know. It's not bad. I would eat this, but that is not what I was expecting to put in my mouth at all. And also, it really needs a sauce. Like, please, guys. Like, I don't know why these slaws don't, like, I just want it to be wet. I want wet slaw. I like soggy buns and wet slaw. Y'all are only giving me one of those things, but I want the latter. Wet slaw.
This is a very interesting looking concoction. I see corn. I see cabbage. There's some peppers in here, I think, with some seasoning. Looks like a corn hash almost. I know where they were headed, you know? There was a time, for those of us in the elder millennial class, believe it or not, where GPS didn't exist. You got lost a lot. You learn how to read a map. You stopped at places you asked for directions. That happens. You got Tom's guy. This tastes like they wanted to make their own pickling seasoning that was more Mexican inspired, and somewhere along the way, it's like halfway to kimchi. Like, oh, I'm not mad. If you had told me it was like corn kimchi, I'd be all about that. I don't think it's what they were going for. I feel like they got lost on the way. On the way to pickled slaw, we got kimchi somewhere over here. It has potential, but it needs work. 2.5 out of 5 plus. We wandered in here last week for another review, actually for our cowfish review, to get drinks before we went to cowfish. We knew about the new menu then, but we were coming back tonight to renew with friends. And the bartender, whose name I forget, which I feel bad about now, sold me on these Camarones a la Diabla. So, spicy shrimp. He said it was one of the spiciest things he's ever eaten here, and he likes spice. I like a challenge. So, somewhere in here, there's shrimp and a bed of rice, and that same weird pickled corn salsa that I just tried. Oh, there's rice down there. But here is the Diablo shrimp, hidden underneath the sauce. Tails on. unfortunately. But covered in this sauce is Diabla sauce. It smells spicy. Not like spicy, but of the spices. We're gonna see where it lands. The shrimp is a creeping heat. I would say it started at a 1, landed somewhere about a 4. I would almost say more peppery than spicy, which is fine. I don't need to be sweating out of my eyeballs. But when you say hot, I expect hot. Devil level hot? No, not at all. A manageable level hot with flavor. The sauce gives the shrimp a nice kick. The shrimp are cooked very well, not overcooked. Tail on, I know I've already lost that battle. I'm going to have to deal with tail on shrimp no matter where I go. I'm just giving up. The shrimp itself is tasty. I've got really no complaints. It could be spicier, but again, I don't need to die tonight. I'll give it 4 out of 5 claws on just the shrimp. Now getting an all-in, we're going to get some of this rice, the sauce, the slaw, maybe an avocado piece, maybe. Somehow we're going to get this in my mouth. I would say that if you need something to mitigate the spice in the dish overall, the avocado will help with that. At least like the intensity, the heat's still there, but it doesn't come on quite as strong. The rice is cooked well. I think it's had the benefit of being bared underneath the sauce and the shrimp. So it's nice and moist. It's a filling dish. I think I will be evenly full by the end of this. It's a good shrimp dish. Spiciest thing I've ever had at Universal, it is not. But it is good food. I would give it 4 out of 5 claws.
I got the Cadillac. It is just a beautiful Patron margarita, classic margarita. The winner of our margarita crawl that we did at CityWalk. Nice and tangy. Interesting that it's served in this glass. It's the first time that I've gotten it in this glass. Not the normal margarita glass. There must be a shortage. But it is your classic lime margarita, and I do appreciate it. I would give it a, I guess, 3.5 out of 5 margaritas. This is like the best place to get a margarita at CityWalk.
I got weird. Instead of ordering a margarita, which I probably could have done, I ordered a beer, Modelo Negro. I have an interesting story from years ago where I shared an entire bottle, a very large bottle of Modelo Negro, with a homeless guy in Jacksonville Beach. The story ends there. Nothing happened. Nice cold Modelo. 3.75 out of 5 claws. We answered our Hito.
I would say Antojitos is a mixed bag for us. I feel like sometimes we've had some great visits and sometimes we have had some not so great visits. We have been on camera and off camera. We've been with Melissa and Enda. We've been with my personal family. We've been with our chosen family like we did tonight. And I think it's a little hit or miss. The new tacos for me were really good. Enchiladas. Shelby actually ended up sending them back, so that sucks. We tried to also do a vegan fajita that has been removed from the menu, no longer available. And they have nopales on the menu. Unfortunately, those were not able to be made vegan either.
So, some ups and downs. My food was okay. The new items. It's all right. We're always happy to see this menu change. You're always willing to give it a second, third, fourth, even fifth chance to disappoint us because, you know, the 8th time can be the right time. You never know. I don't know what you guys think of Antojitos. It occupies a significant portion of the back half of CityWalk. Do you consider this place when you come here just for a dinner or, say, a Halloween Horror Nights pregame? Let us know in the comments below. As always, if there's anything else you want to see us do at Universal or otherwise, that will always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, well, Bear will just yeet himself to an Antojito.
I'm going on a bicycle ride and I'm not coming back.
Oh.
Or I'm taking this van. I'll probably take the van.